It's the morning weather briefing. This is for Sunday, the 19th of January. This is James Spann. All the focus on two things: Arctic air, coldest air so far this season, blowing in here today, and a deep south winter storm on Tuesday. Who gets the snow? What about impact? Obviously, as we're getting closer to the event, we have better clarity this morning, so we have a lot of things to talk about. So let's just break it down. We'll begin with the current upper air look, and that is a very, very cold long wave trough developing over the contiguous United States, and that's the delivery mechanism for the cold air. That's the radar composite. Early this morning, we note some snow flurries over parts of Tennessee and Kentucky, and there could be a few snow flurries or snow showers over the northern third of Alabama today, but we're not expecting any impact from that. Also, we note some rain down in parts of North Florida, but most of Alabama is dry. Down to 32 for Haleyville. Let me just say we've got on this map a few of the cooperative observers. The data is old. For example, it's not 61 in Reform. I will assure you of that. But again, you get the idea that the cold air is beginning to flood in here. Huntsville down to 35, Birmingham 38, Memphis 29. And if you're in the Tennessee Valley, you'll be below freezing most all day today with a strong north wind to make it feel colder. The wind chill indices over the northern third of the state will stay below freezing all day today. So here we go. This is your winter storm watch for the Tuesday event. And you can see that you got winter storm watches all the way into southeast Texas. But in Alabama, Mississippi, it's basically for the southern half of those two states. In Alabama, the winter storm watch is in effect for these counties and counties to the south. The northernmost counties are Sumter, Green, Hale, Bibb, Chilton, Coosa, Tallapoosa, and Randolph. And understand, we all know that snow does not stop at a county line. Again, everything we show you here, these are just guidelines. At the moment, Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, Anniston, Interstate 20, not in the winter storm watch. That might change as we see new data. But there could be some snow to Interstate 20, but just not as much. It doesn't meet the winter storm criteria. And again, we'll look at a lot of modeling and go through the scenario here shortly. But again, that's the winter storm watch in effect for Tuesday. And obviously, we're not going to worry about severe storms with Arctic air in place anytime soon. We do have a marginal risk today around Interstate 4 down in central Florida in advance of the Arctic front, Tampa Bay, Orlando, and Daytona Beach. So let's get right to it. Model fans, here we go, the GFS, the 06Z run. This map is valid at 3 o'clock today. I just get cold looking at that. Big long wave trough developing, and again, we are just cold, windy, a lot of clouds around today. And again, there could be a few flurries around. This is the high-resolution HER, valid this afternoon at 1 o'clock. And you see the little splotches of blue over the Tennessee Valley. That would represent snow flurries or snow showers. And again, I guess it's conceivable if there's a heavier snow shower, the ground might get white in spots and there might be an icy spot. But again, we just don't expect any really meaningful impact from most of this. Just cold is the big story today. So let's jump to tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock. I'm sorry, this is 7 o'clock, 13Z. And these are air temperatures, not wind chill indices. These are actual air temperatures tomorrow morning. It's 7 o'clock, and you can see the readings over the Tennessee Valley between 10 and 13 for Huntsville, Florence, Athens, Decatur, Scottsboro. The wind chill index in these places will be at or maybe slightly below zero tomorrow morning. Birmingham in the mid-teens, temperatures below freezing all the way down to the beach. And North Alabama is going to stay below freezing all day tomorrow. Cold and dry, not quite as windy, and maybe some sun. So no winter storm issues tomorrow. The issue begins Tuesday. So let's just get right to it. Let's look at the GFS. And this is the 6-hour QPF precipitation forecast. And this would be precipitation from noon until 6 o'clock Tuesday. And again, you can see the more robust amounts closer to the coast, lighter snow to the north, and the GFS keeps most all of it south of Interstate 20. European, very same. All these models are in very good agreement, basically, at this point. The Europeans suggesting there might be some light snow as far north as Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Anniston. But again, the heavier totals down across the southern part of the state, south of US 80, south of Montgomery. Canadian, again, very similar idea. All these, the big three, are in very good agreement. The deeper moisture for the southern part of the state, some light snow potentially up to Interstate 20. And we'll peek at the NAM. This is not the high-resolution NAM, the North American Mesoscale model. This is the 12-kilometer. We're getting close to the 60-hour window. We'll do one of these this evening, and we'll be able to see the 60-hour look. But having said that, this is the 12-kilometer lower resolution NAM, and it's got the bulk of the snow Tuesday evening south of a line from Demopolis to Wadowee. But again, that could change. Understand, anything we tell you this morning could change, but the concept is pretty solid here. The hardest part of this, no doubt, it's defining the northern extent of the snow. So this is the probabilistic outlook coming off the European ensemble. This is the chance of 1 inch of snow or greater. And you can clearly see the higher probabilities down across the central and southern counties of the state, south of Interstate 20. And this is the latest accumulation potential coming off the NBM, National Blend of Models. And again, I really think this is the best way to look at it. And what this does, it takes all the various models and kind of brings it together and sorts it out. It takes out the extremes, the outliers. And again, you can see it's got this swath of blue in here, and that would be snow amounts in excess of 2 inches south of Interstate 20, and most of the amounts in the 2 to 3 inch range for places like Montgomery, Auburn, Opelika, Monroeville, Greenville, Demopolis, Marion, Selma. Down on the Gulf Coast, there's going to be some sleet and maybe some freezing rain involved, a mixed, wintry mix, if you will, that will lower the snow amounts. But no doubt, there should be some accumulating snow at Mobile and Pensacola. Not so sure about Panama City Beach. It looks like the better chance of any accumulation right on the coast would be west of there. Of course, the other thing we're looking for is that freezing rain potential, and there could be a little freezing rain in the mix over extreme South Alabama, but again, probably not much. The higher freezing rain amounts and ice accumulation potential is off to the east of Alabama, parts of extreme South Georgia and North Florida. In terms of the timing, when does this begin? The models are a little slower, but often precipitation comes in faster than the models would indicate. So this will start sometime Tuesday morning. Maybe mid to late Tuesday morning. That's probably the best concept at this point over west and southwest Alabama. Then it's becoming fairly widespread Tuesday afternoon and Tuesday evening. Should be over by midnight Tuesday night. And the one thing to consider when you look at all of this, the infrastructure is very cold. Understand, we go in the deep freeze today, and this event is Tuesday. And so when the snow comes down, it will accumulate very quickly on road surfaces. And it's not going to take a lot. And again, I will just tell you, everybody in Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, Anniston, Gadsden, it's a tough call. You might see not a single snowflake. There's a chance you get nothing. There's also a chance you get an inch or two, and you've got all the roads are just hazardous and you can't drive on them. It could go either way in those places. And that's clearly the hard part of the forecast. The confidence is very high that travel will be hazardous south of Interstate 20 Tuesday, beginning mid to late morning through the afternoon into Tuesday night, Wednesday morning. Maybe Thursday morning there could be some icy problems where the heavier snow falls. And then by Thursday afternoon, we'll see temperatures getting up in the 40s. Conditions should ease at that point. Now, if you're in Huntsville and Tennessee Valley, you're going to be left out of this. Again, all the modeling just showing nothing really from the Tennessee River north. And if you're down in Cullman, Hamilton, you probably won't see much at all. You might see a few snowflakes, but that magical northern boundary of this thing, it's going to be somewhere near Interstate 20. It always seems as though Interstate 20, it's on the northern edge of the snow or the southern edge of the snow. And it's always a tough call here. But again, we'll clearly be able to define that better as we get closer. And again, you can see the broad swath of snow running from southeastern Texas, Houston, all the way to Delaware, really. The outer banks of North Carolina. So it's just going to be quite a mess. Let's look at the snow plumes. I love these. So this is for Birmingham, coming off the European ensemble. 51 members. The model is run 50 different ways using little tweaks in the initialization process and some of the physics, and it just gives you a range of possibilities. And this is the potential of snow for Birmingham. And each line represents a member of the ensemble. The highest member is up there at 3 inches, and that's an outlier. Many of the members show nothing, not a snowflake at all. The mean has come down for Birmingham. The mean is now down to a quarter of an inch in Birmingham with this event, which is reflective of where the winter storm watch has been placed. But just for the fun of it, you want to look at Mobile? Hey, the mean snow in Mobile is over 3 inches with the European. 3 inches of snow in Mobile. Now, again, there's going to be a lot of mixing of sleet and maybe some freezing rain involved. I'm not so sure Mobile can get 3 inches. They certainly can. And you got some outliers that are at 6 inches for Mobile. But what the European model is telling us here is that there is a much better chance of getting a really good snow in Mobile than Birmingham. How about that? All right, let's keep going. So this is Wednesday. We're cold and dry. Now, Wednesday, we should ease above freezing over North Alabama, maybe a little bit, maybe mid-30s for the Tennessee Valley. Of course, we don't expect any snow there. Where the snow cover is in place down in South Alabama, temperatures could creep up to near 40. So there should be some melting Wednesday afternoon, but Thursday morning, it's very cold. We're going to be way below freezing Thursday morning. So where the bigger snow totals are seen, the heavier snow accumulation, we could see easily some icing problems into Thursday morning. And then Thursday, we go up in the, the mid-40s, and problems should be easing a good bit by then. Friday, a little clipper, maybe some snow for East Tennessee. Not expecting any in Alabama at this point. And the weekend looks pretty good. This is Saturday, the 25th. We're dry with highs in the 50s. All right, and a week from today, this is Sunday the 27th, troughing well to the west. Rain beginning to move in here, and that would be just rain by Sunday. We'll quickly go out 10 days. This is Tuesday, the 28th. Again, troughing to the west and rain beginning to move out. Let's look at temperatures. This is coming off the national blend of models. This is for Birmingham. Your number could vary. That 39 today is what we had this morning. Temperatures will be falling, so it's a little misleading. We've got upper 30s here at 5 o'clock. We'll be in the low 30s by noon, and we'll be below freezing for this afternoon. We'll be below freezing all day tomorrow, all day Tuesday. Lows well down in the teens Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday morning. And then we get back in the 40s by Thursday and Friday, and then 50s by the time the weekend gets here. And a peek at the latest long-range guidance. This is for the 26th of January through the 1st of February. Temperatures near, maybe slightly below average. So one more time, if you are just joining us live, we're at 5:45 here on Sunday morning. A winter storm watch in effect for Tuesday. This is not today. This is not tomorrow. This is for Tuesday. In Alabama for Sumter, Greene, Hale, Bibb, Chilton, Coosa, Tallapoosa, Randolph counties, and counties to the south. That's basically south of a line from Moundville to Centerville to Wadowee. And that's where the more meaningful snow accumulations are likely. At the moment, Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Anniston points north, not in the winter storm watch. There could be some snow up to Birmingham and Anniston, Tuscaloosa, but the amount should be relatively light based on the latest concept here. The snow will likely begin mid to late morning Tuesday, becoming widespread Tuesday afternoon and Tuesday evening, probably ending by Tuesday night at midnight. And the better snows, again, south of Interstate 20, where 2 to 3 inches, a distinct possibility. And again, you can see the blue on this map. This is the national blend of models. And those 2 to 3 inch amounts, places like Montgomery, Auburn, Opelika, Selma, Demopolis, Grove Hill, Thomasville, Camden, Monroeville, Greenville, Troy, Phoenix City, Eufaula. And again, accumulating snow possible down to Mobile and Pensacola and Dothan. Again, there's going to be some mixing. Dothan maybe an inch or so at Mobile. Depends on how much sleet's involved in this thing. But again, it's going to be over by Tuesday night. Travel should be greatly impacted. And again, I don't give travel advice. I just can't. I don't have any way of knowing future road conditions. That's not what we do. And we're in the atmospheric science business, not in the road business, really. We can give you a broad idea, obviously, where the problems will be. But as always, I refer people to that ALDOT site, algotraffic.com. When the event begins, you'll see traffic in real time. And everybody's got a different risk tolerance level. For some people, driving in an inch of snow, they're used to it. They're from, Milwaukee. For others, they're not going to be good at it. And, of course, you're not going to be worried about you. You're going to be worried about the people around you if you do know how to drive in snow. So just be aware that the travel should be pretty hazardous and icy in the blue areas on that map. And, again, I stress, for Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, Anniston, it is so close. You might see one flake, and that's it. Or you might get an inch or two, and the roads are horrible Tuesday. So we're just going to have to, again, watch it very carefully, and we'll be able to refine this as we get closer. And again, we get within the 60-hour window where we get the good high-resolution modeling this evening. So I'll do a next video briefing this evening, late this afternoon, early tonight. We'll take a look at that new high-resolution info. So that's going to wrap it up here. Thank you guys for watching early this Sunday morning. If you're new here, we typically do these weekdays about 5:15 a.m. and 2:45 p.m. Weekends, it's necessary like this. And again, we'll do the next one sometime late this afternoon or early tonight. Supplementary notes always on the blog, alabamawx.com. Thank you guys for watching. Have a marvelous Sunday. Stay warm, and God bless.